Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome to Solace of Helix. Me and Josh just went and seen Blair Witch. Well, this was the second time.
And it's still, intense, even though for a second time. Ooh,
Yeah,
my heart's still kind of beating.
I really didn't think it was going to be that good of a movie just because the second one sucked, but holy shit.
This is the official second Blair Witch movie.
Yeah, the actual second one, if you go by timeline, that one definitely was... The one we just seen was definitely the second one.
The movie, the second one, the second one, The Book of Shadows, was just a cash grabber.
Yeah, it might have used the Blair Witch name, but it really wasn't Blair Witch.
And also, it's called The Book of Shadows. There is no Book of Shadows.
Right? Being somebody who grew up watching those type of shows, like, yeah, if you're going to put Book of Shadows in there, people that watch, like, witch type stuff, like, know what the Book of Shadows is.
Yeah. But here's the thing. In the first Blair Witch movie in 1999, when it first came out in theaters, a lot of people actually thought the whole movie was real, especially me, because I was little when I saw it. And a lot of people complained about it because they didn't show the witch. But if you really think about it, what you don't see scares you even more.
Oh yeah, this one, like, even seeing her, I'm kind of glad they didn't show her in the first one. Like,
yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, actually,
little wobbly. I'm still shaky. Like, I was sweating during the movie. Like, it's been a while. I was just telling him it's been a while since I've seen a scary movie that actually scared me. Like,
I know. And you go ghost hunting too.
Yeah, I go ghost hunting. That scared the shit out of me. It like added a whole bunch of fears. Like, people have fears of the dark, claustrophobia, like creepy old abandoned house in the middle of the fucking woods. Like, hell no.
Going down to the basement.
Yeah, but that was. I'm glad you told me it was good, and I came to watch it because that was amazing.
I know.
I'm gonna actually buy that when it comes out on DVD.
I know. Same here. It's just, here's the thing. The one thing I have to say about it is that the beginning of it, there were stupid jump scares.
Yeah.
But during the end, it gets better. And also, there's a few times there was actually one person in the movie I was actually happy to see die.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and another thing, like, the two dudes walked out during it. I don't know if it was just too scary or what. Like,
or it got too real for them.
Yeah, because the realism. I love the found footage type films, especially like Blair Witch was the first one to do it. So like, having them bring Blair Witch back and showing it like that, the original.
I actually got something for you. You probably didn't know about this. This movie wasn't going to be called Blair Witch.
Really?
It's the same story about Blair Witch, but it was called The Woods in the beginning. But
I wouldn't have came and seen it because that sounds dumb. Like,
I know, that's why people didn't care about it, because they just saw a movie called, it was based on the suicidal forest in Japan, right? That came out in Japan.
Yeah.
And when they found out about this one, they were just like, oh, we don't really care. But at Comic-Con, I think it was announced the official sequel from the 1999 Blair Witch. And when they heard the name Blair Witch, everybody got all excited, especially me.
I know I was excited. I've seen the first one and parts of the second one, and the second one is just god awful.
So what did you think of the first one, bud?
I like the first one. The first one's nice. It's just like, this one kind of felt like, let's put it in HD now.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't like a full-on remake. It was like continuing with the storyline. But
yeah, I always kept getting asked by some of the coworkers where I work at, and they all kept asking me, is this a remake or a sequel? I didn't even know until I officially went to go see it.
I would say it's the sequel.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't know about it, but when I went to go see it, by the way, when I went to go see it for the first time, it was just me in the theater, so that made it scarier.
This time at Max, it was 6 people, including us. By the end, it was only 4. So there's like 2 people sitting up behind us, and I heard them a few times, like, holy shit. Like,
but I've always asked this question, is like, what would you do if that was you being chased by, you're lost in the woods? And
honestly, like, you remember when I was talking about the way that chick was breathing? I'd probably be breathing just like her, like,
yeah,
with tons of tears, and I'd be a total pussy. Like,
I'd be scared.
That fucking crazy Blair Witch bitch chasing me? No way.
Yeah, Ellie Kedwards is the one that she was accused of witchcraft. you probably already know this story, but there's some people who don't know about Blair Witch. Ellie Edwards was accused of witchcraft back in the...
I don't remember when
I don't remember what era it was, but anyways, it was when they had the hats with the little belt buckles on the hats.
The 1700s?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But then
My
anyway,
family came over on the Mayflower. Sorry.
but before it was called Maryland, it was just called Blair back in the day. And then the reason why everybody left the town is because everybody kept disappearing. Because they left Ellie inside the woods just to die, right? They don't know where the body just disappears. Right after she disappears, then everybody else
they tied her up in a tree and like tied rocks to her, kind of like
To her arms,
makeshift torture rack.
Yeah.
So like when they show the Blair Witch in the movie, she's like super stretched out, and
She's kind of like Slender Man.
yeah, kind of like keeping along with what they said in the storyline.
Slender Witch.
Slender Witch, yeah, Slender Bitch.
No.
Remember, don't look at her.
Yeah, that's one thing they mentioned, and a lot of people were always curious from the first one, why was Mike, looking at the wall, just doing nothing. They explained it why, and it actually makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Well, that does it for, out of 5 stars, what do you think?
I rank it 5 voodoo dolls.
5 voodoo dolls. Same here. I really liked it, and I'm glad to see finally a good scary movie coming out.
I know, right? Oh, by the way, I found this out in 2020. They're making another Blair Witch movie.
Oh.
But what I found, it's just going to be called Blair. And what's the story about is actually about Ellie Edwards.
So it's like a prequel.
It's about, it's
okay.
just no found footage. It's actually about the story.
I like that.
It comes out 2020, so that's one thing.
That's a while away. Well, that does it for our review of the Blair Witch movie. You've been watching Solace of Helix. Don't forget to subscribe to Random Helix. Subscribe to OWO. And we'll see you next time.
Don't go in the woods at dark.
Don't look at her.